Happy 4th of July, YouTube, and happy birthday, America. So thanks for tuning in. This will be part 5 of the cabin build. Planning to do the roof trusses this weekend and possibly one of the 20-foot walls. I got a late start today. Had some other things to take care of before getting here, and came here and did some measurements, and then had to run up to Home Depot and get some lumber. So we'll be using 2x6s and about 20 of them. The pitch will be going across the 20-foot length, and we'll be going on 24-inch centers. So 10 boards on each side, 10 times 2, 20. You get the picture. So let me bring you up here and show you how I figured out how I'm going to do this. So right here I have the center of my 10-foot wall, and that line right there is 2.5 feet up from the corner, because that is there's the corner over there. So 2.5 feet will be my knee wall from the floor of my loft to the start of the pitch. So this tie here, this truss tie, the bottom of it is 5'11" from the base, and I'm 5'10", so that'll give me, actually I've shrunk a bit, so in my old age I'm more like 5'9.5" now, so it'll give me a little bit of headroom there. And then here, to find the pitch, put my speed square on there, hit the pivot to about the center point, comes up about 11 degrees. So I'm gonna back that off to 10. So it'll be a 10-12 pitch. So right there at 10. That'll bring this down a little bit, but that's fine. So I'll go ahead and make some jigs and set this up. Okay, so it took quite a while to do it, but I've got my jigs and my first truss done. So up here I'll take this off and this gusset, and I'll use that as a template to make the remainder. That one, bottom one there, well, top to you, bottom for the truss, that's where the cross brace will sit down, and these are screwed down to the floor, and I will disassemble this one and use the 2x6s as templates for the bird's mouths. So that's what we got right now. I'm going to take this apart. I'm going to cut all of my my gussets, and I've already got all of my cross braces cut. So I'm going to cut the gussets now, take this apart, and or take it apart completely, and then I'm going to start making the rest of the trusses, the 2x6s. Cutting the 10 degree or the 10 pitch angle here, 10 pitch angle on the ends down there, and the bird's mouths. So alright guys, let me take this apart, then I'll bring you back on. Okay, so first thing I'm going to do is I'll mark over 1 inch and 1/8. That will accommodate the guide bar on my saw and the thickness, the kerf of the blade. And I've got my big Swanson speed square with some aluminum stops on it. Not exactly sure what the actual name of them are, but for lack of a better term, we're going to call them aluminum stops. So I'm going to put the corner of that pivot point right there on that mark I just made. Hold it as tight as I can without getting my fingers in the way. And run it along the edge of the speed square. There's my 10-12 pitch. Do the same thing on this one. Measure over 1.1 inches. Put the corner of that pivot on my mark. Hold this as tight as I can. And right to the corner. Alright, now I'll take it up and put it in the jig. It looks pretty good right there. Get my crossbar. Make sure it's even with the corners. Three screws on each side. 2 on the top, 1 on the bottom. These are 3-inch deck screws. And I'll grab one of my gussets. For those, I'll use 1 5/8. Two right there. 1, 1, and 1 in the middle towards the bottom. 1 in the middle towards the bottom, if you didn't hear that. So five screws total. 1 here, go across from it, 1 more, 2 up, and 1 across. Split the difference between the 2 right in the middle, but towards the opposite end. And that's that part of the rafter. Oh shit. Jumped the gun. I shouldn't have put the cross brace in because I have to mark my bird's mouth and my fascia cut. Alright, so now put my first one down, or back down I should say. Line everything up. I think what I'll do is I'll put a second block onto each one of these so I make sure everything's lined up proper. Alright, now we'll mark the ends for my fascia, mark the inside of my bird mouth. Take these top boards back off. Cut my fascia ends. Cut the ends for the fascia and then cut the bird mouths. You don't need to watch that. Huh, maybe I'll keep you. I'll keep you for now. Freehand it. Go down there on that side. reciprocating. So that one's done. That one's done. Put it back in place. Line everything up again. And I have a line down the middle of the floor here. Make sure I line everything up right. Use my fingers, make sure it's in place. Three-inch deck screws, 3 of them. That's it. Line it up. That looks pretty good. We'll use 5 on each side. 2 at the bottom. 2 more going up the outside edge. 1 in the middle between those 2. Back towards the bottom edge of the 2x6. All right, that's one roof truss. Well, that'll be the second one done. Whole lot more to go. So, catch back with you later. Okay, so something I forgot to mention is that my bird mouth is cut to sit on a 2x4 sill with a 1/2 inch to go over the outside of my 1/2 inch sheeting. So that's how those bird mouths are measured. All right, so here's my first truss. I don't know if I'm in frame or not. Come back here. Here's my first truss. 8 more to go. And to reassemble. 8 more to make and then reassemble the first one that I'm using for a template. Alright, we'll catch back with you. Okay, so it's Saturday, July 5th. You'll see behind me I have all the trusses made. 10 of them at 10-12 pitch. Went and picked up the lumber to assemble my back wall. This wall will not have any doors or windows, just pretty straightforward. It will have the jack studs to do my loft, but other than that it should go pretty quick. So I'm gonna go ahead and get things set up and get started. Okay, so I've got my 2 sill plates cut to the correct length. Got my corner here. Made my first mark at 15 1/4, which allows me for 16 on centers coming from that corner. And then made a mark here. I'm gonna try this thing. I don't know if it's just a gimmicky waste of money or if it's gonna actually work, but also allow for quicker installation of 16 on centers. so you're not having to mark the whole thing. I can just drop this in and nail the next board. So we're gonna give it a shot. I'll let you know how it works, but seems pretty cool. Should work. Try not to send a nail through my hand. Now let's mark this. Let's see if this thing is actually accurate. So 3/4 and 3/4. Let's go down here with it. That gives me my 16 on center. Yeah. Seems to be okay. And we're gonna roll with it. Probably we're down here at the bottom, so it's in the same place every time. Yeah. I think I like it. So I don't know if you were in camera for that last one. Let's do this one over here. My drawings, sketchbook on the computer, or sketch up, I think. One or the other, sketch up, sketchbook, doesn't really matter. Well, makes it quicker than measuring every one of them, I believe. Now let's rock on. Let's get after it. All right, so I want to show you this. This is a California corner. So you take this 2x4 and you lay it 90 degrees to your outside corner. Nail it in. This allows you for when you stand it up and you go to sheet the inside, you have a place to nail to, you know, drywall or whatever your sheeting is. So it'll be flush with all your other 2x4s. So just something I picked up online. Okay, so I've got all the walls framed except for the blocking, but I'm going to put a sheet on this corner, and I'm going to put a sheet on that corner down there. So what I'm going to do is I clamped two pieces of 2x4 here because I want my sheeting to overhang onto the face of the rim joists. So those are just clamped in place right now. I'll drop the sheet of 7/16 OSB and line it up using these blocks and screw it down. So give me a minute and I'll put that in place. Okay, so there it is. Sheets down, sheets on, it's all screwed in place. these blocks down to the other side. And repeat the process. So, I can't really go from the other, let me go over here. Can't really go from the other end. Let me see if I'm in frame. So I'm going to, I got one of my spots or 16 on center picked out. I'll start that way, and I'll start there and move that way, because this is my common corner. Everything's got to flow in that direction. So I can't just go to that corner and work my way back, because I'll miss the nailer on the end. The 96 from that corner is in between the studs. So I picked a spot here, and then I'll lay the sheet down and work my way that way, and then I'll have a cut piece here in the middle, and then the next one above it will be a solid piece with cuts on either end. So it'll be a solid piece here, solid here, solid there, and with the ends cut off. So that's where we got to do it. See you in a bit. Okay, so here's where the rubber meets the road. Been saying all along that I want to try to do this all by myself. Now I got to lift this 10-foot section of wall and then the other 10-foot section. So I've got I don't know if you can see it over here, I got a board screwed into the side. So when I lift it up, it's got a cant down. So I don't know. Let's see if we can do this. That works. There we go. Have to be able to put it up on something. Just climb up there. Climb up there and see if I can lift it up from the middle. About the middle right here. Nope. Nope, nope, nope. Huh. Perhaps not. That one's just pulling out. I don't know, I might have to go get Richard. Come back in the morning and stand these up. That would suck. I don't want any help. I want to do this by myself. Huh. I could I can get this side to stay up. can maybe put another board over here. Just enough so I can get underneath it. Let's try that. The screw. Problem is lifting it up without it sliding forward. Alright, we'll give that a shot. There it goes. Holy shit, is that scary. Yeah, if that falls, it's gonna fall on my trusses. Went off for a second. Holy crap. That's scary. Too old for this crap. Whew, 10-foot walls are no joke. bigger clamp. Need the bigger clamps. Means you gotta walk behind it, behind that wall. Fortunately, it's not real windy. That is really scary. Even though just the bottom part's sheeted, it'd still be scary. Okay. Keep that handy. Ooh, that's scary. I'll put another one on the top. Well, I don't think this corner is going anywhere now. Absolute best thing that Harbor Freight sells. Yeah. I do think that's good enough. I'm going to take that brace off and put it to the outside. I'm going to screw this brace down right here. Yeah, that was scary. Take this off. use it for the other side. Woo! Yeah, that was scary. That was very scary. So, I gotta do the other side. Yay. Let's get after it. Give it a shot. This one's heavier. This one's got the jack studs for the loft. Yeah, you know what? That's kind of scary. I think I'm gonna wait for the morning and get Richard over here. Yeah. Yeah. Safe than sorry, right? Okay, we're gonna do that. Morning. So today's Sunday. Rain pretty good last night into this morning. Got some more rain coming our way. So went ahead and put that last wall up last night. I went to Rich's house, had some dinner, and made arrangements for him to come by this morning once the rain stopped. And then as I was driving back here, I realized that, hey, I didn't take a picture for Facebook of that wall. So came in and was thinking about it for a little bit and tried some leverage tricks and was able to get the wall up. So I'll show you what I did. So the first thing I did is while the wall was laying down, I stacked a couple of 4x4 scraps in the middle to get it to balance. And once that was done, I took that I don't know if I can point it out to you or not. I took that board there. Nope, no. Let's see if I can figure it out here. Yeah, let me bring you up top. So I took this board and screwed it in closer to the top up there. So then when I was able to lift it, that board was able to hold the wall up about, what is that? 3.5 feet or so off the ground. So I was able to get underneath it, use my legs and push it up. And then I already had this board over here. Let's see if we can see it. This board right here was already on it, so it grab the ground and keep it from falling back down. I threw this board on there real fast, and that's screwed into the floor. So as I was able to stand it up and get it in place. The problem I'm having now is that since I put the OSB boards on the bottom, I'm unable to get that little seam right there to push together. It's pushed together on the top. It's pushed together up there, so that means the walls aren't square. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to temporarily take those OSB sheets off. I've already screwed some 2x4s underneath them so that I can put them back in place. I'm going to take those off, and then I should be able to push those boards back together. Last night I was able to push them together, and then they would just slide back apart. So yeah, that's the issue I have going right now. So I'm going to go ahead and take care of that, and then get rid of these boards that are hanging up here, like that one there that I used to get it a couple of feet off the ground. And there's not much going on for today. Going home. I'm tired, working my butt off. So I'm gonna go ahead and take care of that, and we'll catch back with you later. Oh, that did the trick. Taking the OSB sheeting off, I was able to slide them right in. So now I need to now the walls are level this way, but they're not level this way. So I'm going to see what I can do about that. So I'll move this back here. So not sure how I'm going to do it, but I got to get that going. So let's get the level and get it tried, or get it figured out. Okay, so we're all done for the weekend. Everything's level, square. I don't know yet. The building will be more square than the platform. I'll make sure of that. Probably overhang off a little bit somewhere off the decking, but whatever. Actually, I think my blind is the same way. I think my platform is out of square, but the blind itself is something like that. Anyhow, got the OSB back on, and I was mistaken earlier about needing to have the cut piece in the middle. That doesn't make any sense. Once I got it all together, it ran fine. The cut piece will be on the end over here, and then I'll put a cut piece down on that side and run the 2 full sheets. That way my seams are staggered. But that's all we got for this weekend. Got a lot done. Very productive. Got all my roof trusses cut. I got some behind there, and I got some leaning against my trailer over there. I'm gonna move those over to the trailer so they're all in the same spot, and then clean up and go home. So this was it's a good weekend. Next weekend, or I'm not coming up next weekend, I'll come up the weekend after, and we'll build this wall, and possibly it'll only be a Saturday Sunday thing. So if I can just get this wall done, I'll be happy with that. And then it's the 2 side walls, and then before putting up the trusses, I'll build the loft over here, which will be helpful for mounting the trusses. This side over here, I'm going to borrow a drywall scaffold. So I'll put that up in here, and we'll be good to go. But I want to do the bone in my pocket. I want to do the loft floor joist first, which will help pull everything together, and it'll give you something to stand on when mounting those trusses over there. So, and it's only going to be 7 feet out, so I'll mount all the trusses down on this side and start swinging them up, putting them in there, and then when I get to this side I can just flip it up and then walk it in. So that should be fine. Yeah, so looking forward to this. This is coming along pretty good. Well, thanks for tuning in, and if you haven't already, please click the subscribe button, like if you liked it, and we'll see you next time. Thanks a lot. Bye.